same fashion files, you know you drive me wild. I want you to walk straight pose, you know your style is gold. I want you to walk straight pose, you know your style is gold. I want you to walk straight pose, you know your style is gold. Catch me if you can, let's dance to the runway. We can take these raps all the way to...
Welcome back to Fashion Files with Karis Reneé. I'm your host, Karis Reneé, and I'm so happy to have y'all here with me. Oh my God, y'all, it's another special episode. I have a guest with us today, and I can't wait to introduce y'all to DeAngelo Millner, who is a fashion designer. Hi, I'm so happy to have you here with me today.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
Like, we've been talking about this for a little minute, so I'm glad to be here.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here with me. Okay, so we actually have a fellow friend, and hi, Clint. He doesn't even know this is happening, and we're probably gonna get fussed out for it. But it's
the group
okay.
chat finna be live.
It's okay. We'll tell him later. But Clint has been talking about DeAngelo's designs for a while now, and he's always sending me stuff. And he had told me a while back, he was like, yeah, I have somebody that I want to connect you with. And then nothing really happened. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, da. And so, of course, Clint always comes to me for styling advice and all different types of things. And honestly, I think he thinks that I'm a designer sometimes, which happens to all of us. Like when we're stylists, they always are like, oh, can you make this? I'm like, whoa, wait. I can hook you up with somebody that can make that, and I can put the look together, but I don't do design work. But anyways, this time he actually figured it out, and it was like, no, I need my stylist and my designer to collab, and we're going to figure something out. So he finally put us together, and so here we are. I'm so excited because we haven't had a chance to actually connect and talk about some fashion things, and y'all know I love to be able to get organic on the podcast and have that transparent conversation here. So now we get to do that. I'm so excited.
Here we go. Let's do it.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, just go ahead and let them know who you are. Tell them a little bit about you.
My name is DeAngelo. DeAngelo Millner. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. Originally from Eden. Yes, GSO. But I've been in fashion for 8 years now. I want to say 9, actually. It's been 9. Dang. Time flies.
It does.
But yeah, that's me. I'm a social media influencer, multifaceted entrepreneur. I'm coined as your gay black entrepreneur on Instagram and TikTok.
That.
So yeah,
and he be dropping gems, y'all. He be giving like inspirational things. You know, I had to go through a deep dive once we started following each other on social media. I'm like, okay,
gotta give people a little inspiration. I feel like because we go through so much, and what we go through is a testament of like helping other people.
Absolutely.
It's like, let your gift make room for you. And there's so many gifts that we can offer to people. So if you've been through something and you can encourage somebody else not to have to go through it or in that season of it, then why not?
Absolutely. That is so powerful. I love that you said that because a lot of times people sometimes are scared to share their story, but it's going to help the next. And even if it helps one person,
then it helps somebody. It meant that what I went through was for the good.
Because please, I don't want you to have to go through the same thing that I went through. Please, baby, I'm trying to spare you.
I'm trying to help you. Just take the word and take heed, because baby, you don't want it.
Okay, I have some friends that they literally have, and I'm like, why do you have to go through it?
But you know what I've learned? Some people have to go through tough times.
They do.
Just like we had to go through our season and everything to learn and become the person that we are. Sometimes we just have to let people go through it. We can give them the encouraging word, but it's not for us to be the guide.
Yep, because like you said, you can take the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. All right, so let's jump in. I'm gonna do a cute little icebreaker to get us started. So because we still getting to know each other. So all right, so let's see. First question: one fashion trend you think should make a comeback?
My God. I feel like the ones that I would say are already back in trend, like oversized, like the 90s look.
Yeah, I love
like when
90s.
people had like decorum about themselves. Okay, because
those mini bubble skirts with the kids wearing their booty out.
That ain't it.
Because what is happening?
Because like, what happened to fashion being sexy and classy?
Yeah, you can do both and still be covered up.
Exactly, and still be covered up. I don't feel like you have to display it all for people. And I know people be like, well, you've done it. And yes, I have, because I feel like everybody has their time where they go through finding themselves.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't have to be an end all be all to stay in that lane.
Absolutely. I was talking to somebody recently. I was going through, I have a friend that's like going to this like 2000s decades party. And so she was like, do you have pictures from when? I'm like, oh, you want me to do what? I do. They all hidden on Facebook right now. Let me go through them and find some for you because
I know they're in the archive.
Okay, listen. And I'm like, there are things that I would never. Ever even
like the crop tops with the low rise jeans.
Like I don't even want to name some of the things, and it's so funny because I have somebody else that they're low rise. Some low rise are coming back, and so she had tried some on recently, and she was like, "My C-section scar is showing."
Baby, it ain't the same body. It ain't the same body. That body done went through some changes.
Okay. It's a whole different thing.
Whole new person.
Okay. All right. Next one. Who is a dream client you would love to dress?
Honestly, Lizzo. I've always wanted to dress Lizzo because I started out in plus size, big and tall, and I like to kind of stay in that lane when it comes down to designing. Because I don't feel like there are a lot of fashion forward pieces for big and tall and plus size. So I like to use my eye to, tailor to the body and get all the beautiful curves and make emphasis on what's there.
Yeah.
So Lizzo is somebody that I would absolutely love to design.
I can
for.
see that. I can see that. And she just popped back out too, and
Baby,
she looks amazing.
I said, okay, Melissa.
Right? Full government name. Okay.
I had to pull it out because, ma'am, who are you?
Okay.
Where you come from?
She looked amazing. It's so funny. I was literally last night, I was just watching like a whole bunch of different, catching up on my podcast because, I told y'all I love podcasts. And so I was watching The Baby is Keke Palmer, and I watched the episode with Lizzo, and it was so good.
I got to go check that out.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, Lizzo. I love that. Okay, next one. What is one item in your closet you could never part with?
My bags. See, you like bags and I like bags.
You know it.
My husband will tell you, baby, that one side of the closet is glorified.
Yes.
For the bags.
Yes.
Their dust covers.
Yes.
Their acrylic shelves. The bags.
I love
the
that.
bags and the hats. I gotta have them.
I love
both.
that. And y'all, his husband is here, and I hear him laughing in the background. It's so funny.
Love a good bag.
Yeah, I stand with you on that. Okay, and last one. Okay, actually, let's go on in. I want to go back.
Okay,
we're gonna come back to this. We got some other games, so. Let me know how you even got into designing clothes. Like, where did it start?
So the crazy thing is, I think I've said it a couple of times, but I don't think people catch it. But I literally started designing off of, I don't want to say a fluke, because I didn't even know I could design. I didn't know I could sew. I didn't know that I could create patterns. I was in a phase of life where I was depressed, suicidal, and I asked God for my purpose. And so that's the reason why I'm always like, live life on purpose with purpose.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I know for a fact, it's not even a feel, I know that when you find your purpose, it helps drive your life and it puts everything else in order for you strategically to become who you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I just remember like sitting in the house and I was like, God, I just don't want to be here. I'm going through all of these things. I feel like nobody's here. Nobody's understanding. I need you to show me my purpose. And I know you're a kid from the church. So
you already know.
When you hear the voice of the Lord say, and he said, call your aunt and tell her you want to sew her a garment. And I said, what? My aunt was a pastor at the time. And so I called her and I said, Auntie, I want to make you a preaching garment. I made that garment in 3 days. Bay had a sewing machine. I had always been intrigued with that sewing machine that sat in our dining room in the corner. I was just like, why am I so intrigued with this? And so I picked up that sewing machine. He knew how to source patterns. So we went to Walmart, got the patterns. We went to Walmart, got the fabric. I took her measurements, and in 3 days, her dress was done.
Your first design was done in 3 days? That's when you know you are living and walking in your purpose. Like, what? I literally got chills when you're talking because it's so crazy. Like, and I've said it before when we talked about, like, kind of like why I started the podcast. And of course, I have so many other moments, but this specific one, like, I literally, God said, call Erica. And I called Erica, and she was just like, yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love that.
Like, what?
I love it that we can. I think people don't realize, like, you can audibly hear from God, and like when He speaks, you got to know the difference between His voice and your conscience.
Absolutely.
You know, because sometimes our conscience will tell us to do something, and it's not really in the will. But when you hear that real voice, baby, and you can determine the two,
yeah,
sky's the limit.
Yeah,
sky is the limit.
You're
love
proof. That.
I'm proof. So yeah.
Okay, so your first garment. Okay, so what was it?
So it was a burgundy dress. It was a little bit below the knee, had a really nice bow on the side, and it had puff sleeves.
And I love a dramatic
it's the first,
sleeve.
Like, first gown, we talking about puff sleeves with elastic,
because
a bow, zipper in the back, and the crazy thing was
zippers are hard.
The crazy thing was when we went and put it on her, it didn't fit the first time, right? So this is like, I think this was day 2. So we did the fitting the second day. I had to figure out how to put gussets in the side and fix the girl. When I say God was giving me the instructions as I was sewing, and anytime I sew, I have to pray so that God can lead me, because there's so many things that I don't know how to do, but God gives me the instruction to do them.
Oh, He's giving them to you, baby, because I've seen the designs.
Yeah. People will ask me to do something, and I'll know that I can't do it. And I'll be like, yep, I sure can. And come out with that dress. And they'll be like, you made this for me?
Are we living the same life?
That's what it looked like, baby. God driven.
I'm telling you, because people throw stuff on me, and I be like, I ain't never, okay. I'm like, okay. And I go, and my mom, and now she won't even let me. She be like, girl, please, you're going to get it done every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every time I do, and at the end, I'm like, that was nothing but God.
Nothing but God.
Because it sure won't me.
Because, baby, if it was me, I would have put the machine up.
Because what?
I wouldn't have cut the fabric. I would have just laid in my bed in a little cocoon and just rocked a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because sometimes it just feels like that. It feels so overwhelming to possess a gift in that nature. And, you know, people pull on it. And it's like you want to give because it's like, it's your gift. It's what God gave you. And you know that you can be something to somebody else, because it's not just about sewing. It's about giving someone confidence.
Yeah.
It's about being a part of someone's moment in their history, in their lives. So it's bigger than me being the designer. I am a part of your moment.
Yeah.
I'm a part of your history.
Yeah.
And so that's huge. And sometimes that can be overwhelming. And you kind of sit in that and you're like, oh God, like how, why me? You know? So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Listen, I'm not, we're going to have to, Lord, because it's going to turn into a whole different
type of thing, because I feel it. I feel it in the atmosphere.
Looking to elevate your style game? Whether it's a red carpet event, a photo shoot, or a personal wardrobe refresh, Karis Reneé is here to bring your vision to life. As a seasoned stylist and costume designer, Karis specializes in creating bold, unforgettable looks that align with your unique personality and occasion. With a deep knowledge of fashion trends and period pieces, Karis brings creativity and precision to every outfit she curates. Her clients have raved about the confidence and ease they feel working with her, and now it's your turn to experience it. Let Karis Reneé help you tell your story through style. Visit karisbattle.com to book a consultation today, because your style deserves the spotlight.
Okay, so the first garment was the dress. So then what? What happened after that?
So after that, I just kind of started playing with different silhouettes. Going to Walmart. I ain't even gonna hold you. Walmart was my best friend when I first started sewing. Walmart, going to get their discounted fabrics.
Yes.
And just creating. I remember that time being so, I don't know, it felt childlike in a sense, because I felt so free to just kind of like create. And I would just post pictures, you know, and people would be like, who made that? Because at the time, everybody knew me as Solo, the singer. And it was...
I love creators. We are so multi-hyphenate. Like, we can
do it all. We can do it all.
Yeah.
We can do it all. But everybody knew me as a singer. And so I had to kind of like keep telling people, no, it's me. I'm designing this. And they're like, when did you start sewing? I'm like, 2 days ago, basically. And then came the big fashion show in November of, I think it was 2016.
Okay.
I think it was November 2016. And I told Bae, and I told my best friend now. She was my assistant at the time. And we had moved into this building. I said, listen, y'all, I need to do a fashion show. And they were like, okay, when we gonna do it? And I was like, let's do it in November. Now, mind you, it's October.
DeAngelo. What?
This is how God moves, though. I'm obedient. I don't care how much it's gonna stress me out. I'm obedient.
Listen.
So I actually booked the venue after telling them, and they were like, okay, so we doing this, November 10th, I think it was. So we created 2 collections, ready to wear and formal, in less than a month. Okay. Got all of our models, had all of our model training, got everything solidified, promoted, done, right? In my mind, I'm just showing people that I'm the designer.
Yeah.
I want to show people what I can do. So I don't know if you've seen my dress that, the one that go.
No.
I'll show it to you.
Okay, yeah.
So that dress goes down. It was the finale piece because the theme of my show was basically transformation. Because I was going through a transformation.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't know I was diagnosed with lupus back in 2013.
Oh, my best friend has lupus.
Yeah. I don't claim that. I don't have it anymore because they can't find it anymore. So we thank God.
Yeah.
That's another story.
Yeah.
But so that was my whole thing. Butterflies, purple, transformation. And so she comes down, she pops the belt off, and it becomes this batwing dress.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah. They went dumb.
Of course they did.
I mean, they were like, what is this?
Yeah.
And so from there, I get invites to New York Fashion Week, Small Boutique Fashion Week, Full Figure Fashion Week.
I cannot believe we hadn't ran into each other by now.
I mean, I'm out there, but I also feel like I'm a little bit of a hermit because I like people, but I like my space. I like my peace. I get more creativity when I have my piece. So that's probably the reason why, because I ain't been outside.
Yeah.
I just started going outside 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, that's it. It led to New York Fashion Week, and it's just been crazy.
Yeah.
Like my DMs were going off. I didn't really know how to scale it because, being a designer is one thing, but running a business is a different thing,
totally different.
And then running a business as a designer, as somebody who never even knew that this was a thing, is another thing.
Right.
So you don't know to create multiples of what you did, so that you can sell it. Because that wasn't even my MO. I just wanted people to know it was me. That's my truth.
That. All right, so this game is called, how you like it? He just tasted soul chai, y'all.
That's good. Ooh. It's got that little spice in the bag. I like that. Hold on.
I love that. Okay, so this is called fashion wordplay.
Flame fashion files, you drive me wild.
The fashion designer edition. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a word, and you're gonna tell me the first thing that pop in your head when I say the word.
God.
First thing. Now, okay. Couture.
DeAngelo.
Period. Streetwear.
Off-White.
Yes. Timeless.
Roberto Cavalli.
Okay. Is that your favorite designer? Love that.
I love Roberto Cavalli.
Okay. Luxury.
Louis Vuitton.
Okay. Avant-garde.
Rick Owens.
Okay. And minimalist.
It's crazy because I see the brands, but I can't call the names.
It's like that
What's
sometimes.
the one? Essentials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
That definitely works.
I had to see the name.
and you'll see that name everywhere for sure.
The quality.
Yeah.
It's the quality. That's what it's all about.
Okay, so we just talked about your favorite designer. So tell me why that's your favorite designer, and do you feel like that you are influenced by him at all, or who are some of your influences?
Roberto Cavalli is like, it makes me think of like Aretha Franklin, Beautiful Gowns. You know, I've always had a whimsical way of thinking when it comes down to designing. And if I had it my way, my collection would be just like the most exaggerated, beautiful gowns. And I think Roberto Cavalli like embodies that.
Okay.
As a designer. Zach Posen is
Zach
another
Posen.
one. I just love how they look at fashion as a true art and not just the piece itself, but the silhouette of bodies.
Yeah.
And I think that's what differentiates a real true designer from somebody who's just calling themselves a designer. Because I feel like there's a difference, you know? You have to know who your buyers are, you know, and you have to be able to tailor your designs to that person.
Versus you just making a design and putting it on. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And I think that's the reason why I kind of stick with custom.
Yeah.
Because it allows me the opportunity to really create art on this canvas that's presented in front of me.
Yeah.
Because the body is a canvas. That's how I look at it every time.
Yeah. Fashion is art. I definitely resonate with that as well, because when I'm styling, especially like when I do editorial pieces, but even when I'm doing personal styling or working, doing costume design on a movie, like it's all about bringing that. It's all about bringing that vision to life, not just putting clothes on a body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, let's see. What else haven't we talked about? That tea is so good, right? Okay, so what are some of the other things that you're influenced by? Like culture, like architecture, like what are some things that kind of help you get in the mindset to design?
So I love to be out in nature when I'm trying to focus on design. So like I said, the butterflies were an inspiration to me.
Yeah.
I'm not too much of a sculptural person, but like music influences me.
Yeah.
So like the vibe of music, I will say that when I do design and I'm working on a collection, I find my album and I just roll with it.
Yeah.
I just roll with it. And I can't remember. It was a K. Michelle album was the album that I love me some K. Michelle. One thing that people don't know about me is I love things ratchet. I don't know what it is.
Just a little bit.
I love a little bit of ratchet every now and again. You know, just a little touch.
Absolutely.
You know,
I agree.
But that album stayed on repeat. They were like, "Can we listen to something else?" And I was like, "No, no. Be mindful. Who that? Like that's what K. Michelle said. So we need to keep it rolling."
Yes, I love that little ratchet for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump to another game really quickly, and then I want to kind of wrap that part up. Like, I want you to give some advice to somebody that is going to follow behind in your footsteps. But before we do that, okay, we have flame superlatives. Okay.
Fashion files, you know you drive me wild.
So I'm gonna give you a category. You're gonna tell me the designer or brand, and I know you want to say you for everything, and I love that. But say
no, I'm not
else.
gonna do that. I'm gonna say something for everything. That first one I just was like,
no, as you should, for sure.
As Shamar said, clock that T.
Okay. Oh my God, I didn't know that's who did that first. That is so funny. Okay, so first one is the most innovative designer of the last decade.
You know who really
I'm gonna tell you who I think
innovative? You would pop me with these questions and not even like
I didn't give you no prep,
did
I?
Give me no prep.
You want me to tell you who mine is?
Yeah, give me yours.
Schiaparelli.
Schiaparelli.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yes. Daniel Rosenberry, what he has been doing with that brand, to make it modern, but also still pay homage to where the brand began, like the roots of the brand. It's been so good. I love it.
You know who I was getting ready to say? I was going to say Pharrell.
Okay.
He kind of blew me away with Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
He did.
And you know, people loved it or they hated it.
Yeah, but I was with it. Joy. Like I was with it, and I appreciated the fact that he brought his flair,
yes,
but still kept it.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Met Gala.
Girl, I'm ready to see these
Yeah.
fits. Because isn't it all about black men this season?
Yeah, black suiting,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
But I imagine that they will be dressing a lot of people.
Absolutely, as they should. I mean, they got the look.
Yeah.
They got the look.
And I hope to see some people that are like inspired. We did an episode about this. I don't think it's come out yet, but I hope to see some people that are inspired by Dapper Dan.
Because baby,
and that do some work with him.
Yes, please. Because that man deserves his accolades because he did that.
Absolutely.
Did that.
So I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. Okay, next up, I already asked you that. So who do you feel like, besides yourself, because first of all, we're not even going to classify you as this. That's number one. Who do you feel is the most underrated designer?
My God. So I'm going to keep it transparent, okay? So the questions you're asking me are about other designers, right?
And that's fine. You like, I'm not focusing.
No, I think it's a thing that when I'm in something, I don't immerse myself in the scene, which some people will be like, that's so bad.
I don't think that's
but
bad.
I feel like if I attach myself to being in the know about everybody's collection, then that kind of clouts my judgment as a designer.
I understand that.
And I don't ever want nobody to be like, oh, he bit off of that.
Because
I want it to be original. I want it to be authentic. So sometimes like keeping up with other designers is just not my judge.
No, I totally get that. And especially in this day and age when it's like this cancel culture and people are like, you know, there is a lot of copying. You know, and we have to always wonder if like copying is the highest form of flattery. Sometimes I don't know about that. Like sometimes
I've been
it's like,
copied and it don't feel good at times. Because, you know, my thing is if you're going to copy somebody, do it to your best.
But it's you can be inspired by somebody, but that doesn't mean you have to create a replica of what they made.
Exactly. We're not going to be
take
like
inspiration.
I was going to name drop, and I'm not going to do that. Because it's a big brand that be doing that. They take other people's designs.
A few of them.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a few.
And we can't be like that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just literally how I am.
Okay, so what would you give somebody, the young DeAngelo that is thinking about getting into fashion design? What would you tell your 12-year-old self?
Jesus. Doing some shadow work, child. I honestly would tell my 12-year-old self to honestly not listen to other people's judgments. Believe in yourself wholeheartedly. Because everything that you feel and everything that you know within yourself is the actual truth for you. And that if you listen to your heart and your mind and you follow God's instructions, you'll see a life that you never even thought was possible. The life that you dreamed of, it supersedes that.
Yeah.
And then for anybody that's coming up in the industry, hone in on your craft and don't feel like, because I'm not a person who is trained to do this.
Right.
You know, I learned from YouTube University, and I feel like if it's anything that you want to do in life, whether it's fashion design, whether you want to be an entrepreneur, whether you want to be a singer, a dancer, you want to start your own podcast, it's put in the work and don't look for anybody else to be your way out.
Yeah.
And understand that there's going to be lonely times. There are going to be times that you get frustrated. There are going to be times that you feel like you don't have the money to do. But a lot of times it's not about the money. It's about what you're willing to give and how much you're going to trust the process. And when I say give, I mean give of yourself.
Yeah.
And what are you willing to give up? Because sometimes on this journey, you have to give up some things.
Yeah.
You do. If you want a lifestyle where you are this person, sometimes you got to get rid of the extracurricular things that you want to do in that season to build yourself up.
Yep.
Because people will be like, I don't have it, but you spent X, Y, and Z on this. Did you really need it? Mm-hmm. But you need this over here to build you up here. Mm-hmm. So I need you to separate your needs and your wants.
Yep.
And focus on what you really, truly need to be successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. You just dropped a whole bunch of gems. I hope y'all caught them, collecting them. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to sip some tea with Soul Chai, both literally and metaphorically. So let's get into some things, okay? I love this tea so much,
This
y'all.
tea is so good.
This episode of Fashion Files is brought to you by Soul Chai, the tea that's as bold and flavorful as the style we celebrate here on the show. Soul Chai is handcrafted with a blend of organic spices like ginger, cinnamon, and cardamom, creating a warm, comforting experience in every sip. Whether you're starting your day or winding down after hours of outfit planning, Soul Chai is the perfect companion. But here's what makes Soul Chai truly special. It's not just about great tea. It's about the soul behind it. Every cup supports sustainable farming and ethical sourcing. So you're not just indulging, you're making a positive impact. Ready to elevate your tea game? Use the affiliate link located in the show notes. Soul Chai, sip boldly, live beautifully. Now back to the episode.
Okay, so because we have DeAngelo here, I'm going to let him give y'all the tea, okay? So I got a question for him. So what is a fashion industry trend or hot topic that you think people aren't talking enough about?
This butch queen phase in the gay community.
Okay.
Because, baby, let me tell you, I really do feel like we're going to start seeing more of the mixing of the masculine and feminine versus just femme or just mask. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like we're already seeing like taste. You know, the first person that's about to come to mind,
Who that?
Saucy.
Yes. Because it's like I don't know. It's like the evolution of the person, right? And I don't want it to come. I hope that what I said doesn't sound bad because I don't mean it in that way. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like it's the evolution of a person, right? Like you get into what you feel like people want you to be in, right? And then you kind of like formulate who you are as a person and then incorporate the things that you like from before to create this whole new identity.
Yeah. No.
Like, that's literally where I sit at myself, because I ain't gonna lie, I still love heels.
Yeah.
I still love a bodysuit. I still love crop tops. You know what I'm saying? I still love certain things from, I guess, what they would call the feminine, portion of style, but I want to throw on my baggy jeans with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think that that's a thing that I don't think people really given enough credit to. Yeah. Because it's cute.
And it's so funny because I remember when we're talking about Saucy Santana, just FYI. I remember, that's who I was talking about. I remember when he was on live with Nicki Minaj. And, of course, he always have his nails done. And Nicki was like, Saucy, I think you should cut your beard. And he was like, no.
No. Because why?
And she was just like, well, why? Why don't you? Why you have the nails? You have the like, and why? And Sauce every once in a while he'll throw on a lace front, but for the most part he does not. And he was like, no, I don't want to.
No. Well, why would I?
Right.
It's a part of me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would that man cut his beard off?
Right.
Because you want him to appear more feminine.
Absolutely.
No, let people. I think that's the thing that people need to do too. Mind the business that pays you. It may not be your zhuzh. Yeah. But baby, let people live.
It ain't doing nothing. It ain't
hurting
bothering
you.
me.
You know what I'm saying? So let the people be who they gonna be.
Absolutely.
And the world would be a whole lot better. I think that's the thing. Just let people be who they are and stop judging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want exclusive fashion content? Join the Flame Society, our official Patreon, and get the tools to build a wardrobe that truly fits your style. Inside our Patreon, you'll get exclusive fashion guides and styling worksheets, the Style Personality Quiz, bonus episodes and deep fashion dives, VIP Q&As and personal styling advice, early access and behind-the-scenes content. The first 10 members will get a personal shout out on an upcoming episode. Use the QR code or the link in the show notes to join.
Okay, so now it is time for my favorite part of the episode, which is the Style Spotlight. Today's Style Spotlight is actually another fellow designer. I actually had the pleasure to meet this designer. Her name is Tamika Murphy. She's affectionately known as Murph. She has the brand Alani Taylor, and she does a couple of other things. Like I think she has her own warehouse that she recently opened in Atlanta. But anyways, she has done amazing work. I love her design. She's worked with some of your faves, Beyonce.
Come on,
yeah, y'all know I'm gonna figure out a way every
you gonna
episode.
get there. You gonna get there. We're gonna put it in the atmosphere. The atmosphere.
I'm a 1 degree away a couple of different ways.
See?
I
love that.
Okay, so she actually did a design for Black is King, which is, by the way, Lion is the Gift. The Gift album is underrated, and it's actually my favorite Beyonce album. I don't care. Yeah. And so Black is King, that visual, yeah, she had some designs in that. And so she's done a lot of other things, worked with a lot of other celebrities like Cardi B, DaBaby, and so many more. But I just love her designs. You can find her at It's Just Murph on Instagram. That's her personal Instagram, but her business Instagram is Alani Taylor. That's ALANITAYLOR to learn more about her. And I think that you guys will be super inspired by her designs as well. So definitely check her out. And if you do, let her know we sent you and use the hashtag Fashion Files. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. First things first. Let the people know what you have coming up. And he's probably going to say something that is going to be so surprising to y'all because I kind of know what he's working on. But let the people know what's coming up. I know you may not have anything specifically with fashion, but if you do, let us know. But talk about all the things DeAngelo. Everything DeAngelo.
Everything DeAngelo, baby. Okay. So currently, I've kind of put my sewing machine up for the year. And no, kinda. I've put my sewing machine up for the year. So I'm not taking clients right now, but I am stepping into my other baby, which is Decent Candles and More. Scents for 365 Luxury, baby. They are everything. So building out that brand, you can follow that at Official Decents. So that's official, the letter D, SCENTS. And then, I have all things Pride King. I just got put on the board for Greensboro Pride. So I've got a lot of amazing
And you just won
things.
something recently,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I won Greensboro Pride King.
Yeah, congratulations.
So yeah, and I got new music coming out with the baby.
Multi-hyphenate. Do you hear me? He does it all. Literally, I said everything DeAngelo because that's how you can find him on social media. But literally, he does it all. Everything.
Everything. But music was my first baby.
Yeah.
Music was my first baby. We'll talk about how we had to go from music to design.
we're
But
going to have a part 2.
Yeah. I'm down for it. But yeah, I do have new music coming out. I do have a single out already. It's called Love Me, and it's on all streaming platforms. And you can find that under DeAngelo because that's the stage name. But that's on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, like all the music. But yeah, I'm excited about this new phase of life.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm gonna get to do everything that I want to do, including design. So you might see some designs, but they'll be on me.
And it's one question. I love that design for yourself.
Yes.
Okay, I
never
that.
really had a chance to do that, and I think this year is going to be the year where I fall back in love with design, but like doing it and having fun because it hasn't been fun for a while. Yeah. So, and I tell people all the time, burnout is real.
It is.
And you really just have to take that moment and step back just a little bit so you can get back to what you love. But I'm about to build decent stuff so we can be in Durham and here and there.
Everywhere.
And, everywhere.
I love that. Okay, so the one question I did not get to ask you and I want to ask you, and it'll be a good closing out question.
Okay.
What is the design that you are most proud of? You like I just stressed you out with that question.
No, because I have a few. One of them would be my wedding outfit.
Yes.
It would be my wedding outfit. I think that was it was the most beautiful thing I ever created.
Yeah, I love that.
That's my baby. It still sits in the closet in its bag.
Yes.
And then my second one would have to be the dress that I just did. I don't know if you've seen that one, the wedding gown that I just did.
I think I did. Yeah, that's the one that Clint sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
it was
are my
beautiful.
two. Because I like to accept a challenge. And that dress was something that I had been wanting to do for a while. And she reached out to me, and I was like, let's make it happen.
Okay, so by the time it's time for me, I don't know when it's going to be since there's nobody in the picture right now. Maybe you'll be designing again by then, and we can.
You know, the sewing machine will come out for my friends.
Period.
I got you.
Period. Okay, well, DeAngelo, I'm so happy that you joined me today. It was such a good talk. I feel like we just scratched the surface,
Just
like literally. But we only have but so much time.
Right.
So we'll have to come back, y'all. But I hope y'all got something out of this episode because I know that I did. So thank you again so much for being here. All right, y'all. So until next time, stay stylish and keep that flame burning bright. Bye.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Fashion Files. We hope you found some inspiration and insight from our conversation today. Fashion is all about expression, and whether you're pushing boundaries or sticking to your signature style, remember to make it your own. Be bold, be fearless, and most of all, be you. We would appreciate it if you would rate, comment, and review the podcast. For more content, updates, behind the scenes, and style tips, follow us on our socials at I Love Flame, host Karis Reneé at Everything24Karis, and visit FlameFashionFiles.com. This show is hosted by Karis Reneé, produced by Erica Clark, and engineered by Podcast Carrie. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your fashion-forward friends. Until next time, stay stylish and keep that flame burning bright.
You know your style is gold. You know I'm sitting front row. I'm your biggest fan, just had to let you know. You know I'm sitting front row. I'm your biggest fan, just had to let you know.